The Air Traffic and Navigation Services has been in the news recently over the suspension of some of the procedures key to ensuring that there's air safety. Today we see the acting CEO, Mr. Moholola, just inviting us to give us a sense of how the entity has been doing financially, operationally. We see them also giving us a sense of the staff complement as we see the Minister's Intervention Team continuing with its oversight work, looking at the work of the ATNS. So this coming through at a crucial time as we're heading into the G20, where the heads of states will be coming into South Africa. Air travel becoming very important, but also at the same time we tend to see a boom when it comes to the festive season, with a lot of concerns around air safety where these two processes are concerned. I'm going to bring into the conversation with us this afternoon the acting CEO, Mr. Matome Moholola, who'll just give us a sense of how things have been faring where the entity is concerned. The minister has been intervening, looking at her team that has been helping to stabilize the entity. Today you are giving us progress in terms of turning the corner, and also some of those deadlines that you've set for yourself to ensure that you're out of the woods altogether. Welcome to the SABC. Maybe just give us a sense, acting CEO, of where we find ourselves with the operation right now, and how then are we expecting then for things to go moving into the G20 and the festive season.
Thank you, Katlego. It gives us pleasure to report to the public that as an organization we've been able to maintain quite a number of procedures. To date, we have done about 240 out of 388. That gives us about 60% of the procedures that we were supposed to conduct as an organization. Over and above that, there's quite a few that are coming up. As we have indicated, there's the G20 coming through. We must also assure the public that there are no challenges envisaged insofar as the G20 is concerned. There are a few airports that have been earmarked or designated as the G20 airports. All those procedures we can confidently confirm to the public that they do have the procedures available to them. We also have airports that are designated as parking lots. Regrettably, there's only one, which is Polokwane, that doesn't at this present moment have the procedures for it. But we are busy currently working together with the Aviation Forum to ensure that we get that part sorted out. So insofar as the G20 is concerned, we do not envisage any challenges. We are ready as an organization to host G20 as ATNS from an aviation perspective. Nothing will go wrong insofar as the G20 is concerned. We are confident about it. We've got procedures for all the G20 airports. Now, with regards to your question around the timelines that we have set for ourselves, all the procedures in the country will be fully completed by July 2026. So out of the 388, having minus to the 240, the balance, we've got a plan in place to ensure that all of them are addressed by no later than July 2026. But we must also indicate that there are some that are happening now. For example, we've got about 4 that's coming into ERIC cycle now, meaning it will become effective around the 27th of November. There's about 5 that's going to happen around the 25th of December. Believe you me, it's Christmas Day, but we'll have those running up. And so we have a plan in action, and quite a number of them have been approved by the regulator, the CAA. They are just really waiting for the ERIC cycle to process.
Yeah, Mr. Moholola, it has also been a race against time, really, when you look at it, working with the Civil Aviation Authority to ensure that there's no fatality, none whatsoever, as we see the adverse weather conditions also play themselves out. Maybe do give us a sense of which airports worry you going into the festive season. I know you've talked about Polokwane, but looking at what you've been doing, which are some of those airports where you're experiencing challenges right now, and where then we can even maybe speak to those that are commuting, and also some of those that are doing business like airlines, in terms of the work that you continue doing to ensure that you bring them back to life?
Currently, 2 airports give us sleepless nights. One is Polokwane, and the other one is Richards Bay. With Richards Bay, we are able to bring it back online through what we refer to as a hand amendment. So basically what that means is you look at the procedure and you amend the chart via hand, and it should be able to be flowed. However, Polokwane is a different one in that the procedure has been designed, the chart has been designed as well, but regrettably we are unable to hand amend the chart because the current procedure, it's completely different to the old procedure. So the current one has been optimized. It's far better than the old one. So the number of changes that one would have to impose on the chart itself it's massive. So it's not going to be in the interest of the pilots or the industry to fly a heavily hand-amended chart. So those are the only airports that are currently giving us sleepless nights. Other than that, all the airports in the country should be fine for the festives. So passengers and the commuters should not be concerned at all.